Hi everyone, welcome back to Stories from the Fae, our lovely stream project here with me. My name is Hank, and together I've got Kim, my lovely trusted sidekick and compadre. And today we are building the world of Fae once again.
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Let's hope that we have sound, that we have lights, that we have apps that won't crash on us. Let's pray to the machine gods and let's have a good time.
Yes, praying to the machine gods sounds the right thing to do.
The gods of electricity.
Electricity.
Ooh. It's been a day today,
It's
right?
been a day today, and
But we
I have been almost running home to even get here in time. So I am
That is
impressed.
dedication.
It is dedication. It is. Anyway, so while we are doing different projects, I am still working on a map.
Yes.
You
And I'm building taverns today,
you're building
and
taverns.
inns and bars and pubs.
Yes.
So if we do have any live viewers, you can always give me names of pubs and or tavern names, and I will try to build them. Yes.
Good
And
idea.
I'll try to crank out as many as possible while talking to you. And what are you doing?
Well,
You're building
yeah.
maps.
So me and you have talked a lot about creating our own park in future distant somewhere around there.
Secret project, but we will talk about it here on stream.
Yes. But we talked about it anyway, and we were talking about if
Yeah.
we would ever do a park in one way, we should create a city, and what city should it be? And we just it was more you got the brilliant idea that why not create the city of Farkas? And right now Farkas is a city that is in between of Stillwater, Kingdom of Stillwater, and Sirius, and it's kind of famous because it smuggles between the countries with their own taxes. It's like its own city state. We talked about it. That it's its own city state.
State's a great.
So it's
great name.
it's its own tiny land by itself. But we said it would be a lot more fun, if the city also connected to 3 countries, not just Stillwater and Sirius. So we spoke of maybe redrawing this line that is over here and draw it all the way to Farkas and make it into a city state that is divided between
3 countries.
these countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we've been talking, pitching ideas for what this third kingdom should be, or if it should be a kingdom, or if it should be another assemblement of city-states.
yes. What you don't see on this map is that all the way from down the south by the ocean and by the line all the way up to the Badlands, it's a big mountain chain. So there is no easy way to go from this country to the Nuxford Desert. You still need to go to the Badlands if you want to travel to the Nuxford Desert by like carriage. But if you can like hike and climb mountains, go for it.
Go for it.
Go
What
for
you
it.
got to lose?
What you got to lose is set your life. Anyway, so I am redrawing this line today in some manner. I don't know in what way I want to do it yet. We will see.
We will find out.
And try to get that Farkas to be a city-state that is in control of 3 borders. But that would be cool. I found the borders lines anyway. Should I? Well, the logical thing is to just widen this country that is here.
Yeah, I guess.
And what did we discuss? We were talking about maybe like more civilized goblins first.
First goblins, but then I figured it would be cool to have like a free kingdom where everyone can live, sort of a kingdom ruled what do we call it? Like a mercantilism, like the Iron Kings, the ones who control the mines, will be a mix of mountain dwelling goblins. There'll be dwarves there because they're good miners. There'll be human enterprises, like, and they'll have one or a few large, what should we say, merchant kings or mining kings. So it would be like the realm of the Iron Kings or the Iron Lords. Something very, what do you call it? It sounds very much like something taken out of the George R.R. Martin universe.
Yeah.
The Iron King.
Well, it could be like could be something like, I don't know, the Lord of the Rings, with the whole idea of, I'm not speaking that the people should have rings, even though the ring game, or like the idea of rings in Patrick Rothfuss's story is, I love that. It is like, it's connected to the royalties in a way.
Oh yeah, the king where they are in Vintas, right?
Yeah.
And the royalty in Vintas is they all have these rings that they send to each other, and if you get a wooden ring, then you're just not even worth your time. So everyone sends silver rings to each other because they are the same royalty level.
So I kind of like the ring game in that storyline, but also I kind of like the idea in Lord of the Rings with it's forged to the different kings in the world, and somehow they are kind of the same level because they are having rings. They are specially made by an evil kind of demon god thingamajig. What is even? What is he? Is he a
you mean
man?
Sauron?
Yeah.
Sauron?
Yeah. Is he a?
It's sort of not an echo, but he's sort of part of the evil god, or an evil angel of the evil angel god. You have to like go through the Silmarillion to get this, I think, but it's maybe someone in the comments will correct me and tell us in the future, or we can Google it now. I don't.
Yeah, you Google it. I want to know, because in my world he's kind of like a demon, but he's not.
Well, Morgoth or no, is it Morgoth? No, let's see. Anyway, now I'm on the Lord of the Rings fandom wiki. Let's find out here. Sauron, the Abhorred, or the eponymous Lord of the Rings. He was a fallen Maya, creator of the One Ring, gifted student of the Vala Alue the Smith. Melkor, later called Morgoth. He is the lieutenant of Melkor. Okay, so he's a MAIA, missing in action. So he is one, sort of like Gandalf, I think, is a Maya as well.
Okay.
It's like these spirits that take human form.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So yeah, exactly. So some of them are. His name was Myron, who became Sauron, and we have Iwendil, who is known as Radagast, Yavanna.
Oh, I love Radagast. It's the brown wizard, right? The animal loving wizard that is a little bit cuckoo, but at the same time very cute.
Cool.
It's a very cute character.
So Sauron is a very, very powerful spirit.
Okay.
Who is a wizard.
I am making.
You put things very, very simplified. Sauron is Gandalf.
Well, let's see if the chat agree on that one.
They will not.
They will not.
Claim my quick gist of the fandom wiki.
Well, it's all you need to know about the Lord of the Ring fandom. Apparently,
I mean, they have like biographical information, and they have other names. It's like this long list of other names for Sauron.
Okay.
The Myron, servant of Morgoth, Anatar, Artano, Goruthar, the cruel, the enemy, the dark power, the necromancer, the Lord of the Rings, the sorcerer, the Black Hand, the nameless.
So the dude got a lot of fucking names. We got it.
Yes. Freaking good band names.
Great band names.
That's a great tip for anyone who's looking to start a band. Always go to like your favorite fandom wiki and just look at aliases for your favorite characters, and you'll have like 1,000 good band names.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if we look at Black Sabbath,
Yep.
they are like, I mean, they're like cult and iconic. They got their name because they were rehearsing at a studio, and they were called something else. I don't remember what they were called. They were called something else, and they were like, "Oh, this is not really a good name." And at the cinema on the other side of the street, there was a movie playing that was called Black Sabbath, and they were like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Like, take that." So they just took another movie's name and
Why not?
became huge. So, I mean, like, go for it.
Do it. What's not to love? We're gonna have stairs here and beds.
Stairs and beds.
So did you think of any more good tavern names, Kim?
Well, I had a lot of names, but I don't think
I wrote some of them down here.
Oh, you did?
Do you have any more?
Like, they were not very good, so you never wrote them down.
I wrote them down. I got him.
You got him.
Got him.
Well, it depends on. Are we still in?
It can be anywhere now, actually. But
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna focus on building for Zenith and Sirius when it comes to taverns and such.
What do you think about this? Okay, so this line over here, to the right.
Am I supposed to watch some? Wait.
I don't know. It's maybe
I can look on the screen, but it's
too
a
much
little
latency on the live stream for it. I don't know. But the right line is not supposed to be here now. But if I just
that's kind of good.
So Farkas gets like, so whatever this country is gonna be named, which we don't know yet, it's gonna have a little bit of the sea here and a little bit of the sea here. Or should it be
the lake? Yeah.
Oh, the lake, yeah. Or should it be more like that? Should they have less?
I mean, maybe Farkas should be like the isthmus there, like the sort of island, half island, as we say in Sweden.
Yeah.
Isthmus
you mean this part?
Archipelago.
You mean, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. We're talking about this part.
The moving part is a little bit, maybe like that island is sort of considered Farkas.
That is kind of good. That's kind of good. Then
because there's like a river running down from Stillwater, and then there's a river running down from the mountains, and then the lake belongs to Sirius.
Yeah.
So every country has a sort of inlet to this lake that Sirius think they control. So then Farkas has the sort of ground where nobody is really in control because it's between the two rivers and adjoining the lake, sort of.
So if we talk about this passage, the top passage, the wide top passage, should that be divided by Stillwater and the unknown country, or should it be like owned by one of the countries?
Like the passages should belong to one country each, and then the lake to Sirius, right?
Yes.
That seems like it makes sense.
So for serious people, they have to take the waterway up.
Yeah, to get to Farkas. Yeah, they would have to
should
take
we
the waterway.
do it more like, if you see this tiny connection that is here, if we make that connection belong to Sirius and Stillwater uses the big river that comes down, because they are like by boat all the time, I think. Yeah. So let's try to rearrange this a little bit. So this should still be owned by serious. That's kind of cool. Like this.
Close enough. Let's have a big mirror in the corner. This is a fancy place. They have
Nobody
fancy
puts
stuff.
Bambi in the corner.
Oh, that's a scary skeleton dude. That's Tefi Al-Um. We don't want a picture of her on the walls, or do we? Maybe we do want a picture of Tefi Al-Um on the walls with the golden banner.
Oh, she's scary.
No, no, she's not scary at all.
Who would
It's
want
okay.
her
She only
to-
licks your blood.
Yeah. Jenna.
Best quote.
Weirdo.
How do I make like a footpath here that isn't 2 squares wide?
You can't. It's impossible.
I can't. Impossible.
Impossible. Okay, let's see. I am zooming in because I'm thinking I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Do like this. I have had like no time speaking to you this week. It's been
Well, we did hang out all day yesterday, but
Yeah,
I was
but-
busy just running about doing roller coasters.
yeah. We didn't talk much though.
No.
But you looked like you had a blast, and that made me happy.
You had a blast too.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was.
hanging out with some dude.
Yeah, I am. For those who doesn't know, I don't like roller coasters. I get extremely ill, so I am nauseous, and I get like death anxiety. So I don't do roller coasters. But I love hanging out in the environment, and so we were hanging out. But you were like 9 people yesterday. It was a lot of people.
Yeah, with you we were 9 people.
Yeah, with me.
Don't try to blame it all on us. You were there too.
I was there too. Very true.
So for those of you watching the stream that don't know what we're talking about, yesterday we were at Liseberg Amusement Park.
Yes.
We were doing research because we want to start our own park. Our own fake park.
Totally researched.
Totally researched. Not there because of the free tickets and everything. Not at all.
Not at all.
That would make us freeloaders, and we're not freeloaders.
Totally
No.
not freeloaders. No. When I worked there, so yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That is how we got the free tickets, by the way. If people wonders how we got free tickets to Amusement Park in the middle of a
No, it's
pandemic.
because we're very, 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 very cool people. I mean, we got free tickets to another amusement park just the other day, or just the other week, because we were doing business.
Yeah. True.
So yeah,
True.
sometimes it's because we're cool as well.
Yeah, but mostly because we have to work for it.
Yeah.
Totally cool, but we also have to work for it. Totally.
Wait. There is no free rides.
This is kind of interesting passage, though. It's gonna be like this tiny coastline here, where serious people have to go. Don't say serious people.
So serious.
So serious people. When they have to go to Farkas by land, this
Yeah.
part kind of have to be very like bandit area, like a lot of people, because there's a lot of merchants here. I want a tavern here. Here I want a tavern.
Do you want to put in a tavern? Do you want a tavern name in Farkas or in,
No, and
or
in this
by the junction?
little
Oh,
tiny, in this little tiny nipple part.
Well, yeah, we have I have a few river-bound names here. We have the tavern called the River Bend. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Or the nipple bend could be cool.
The Nipple Bend.
The nipple.
There could be the Admiral's Bonnet.
Yeah.
because the little nipple is like a bonnet.
Yeah, or the admiral's nipple could also be admiral's nipple. I'm
The
feeling
admiral's codpiece.
admiral's codpiece, a tiny codpiece though.
Maybe they call maybe they call this little protrusion the codpiece.
Protrusion. It's a codpiece, isn't it?
It's the admiral's bollocks.
Oh yeah.
I also have the golden banner. Oh, the golden banner is what I'm building now.
Yeah.
We have the Talon Inn, or the Talons Inn. Kragna's head, but I thought that was a little bit too much campaign bound, so you'll have to build that one.
It could be created in a future distant by the campaign members.
Yeah, exactly. You do already have the trough. It's a very nice place.
Yes.
But for some reason, when I open the board of Senate now, my game crashes, so I'm not going to do that. Because I don't want to crash the game right now. But otherwise, I would totally show people the trough. The trough is amazing.
Well, you kind of love the trough. I only see it so nasty.
So nasty.
It is nasty. So
It's a nasty place.
it is nasty
For nasty people.
for nasty people. Let's see. Do we want this tiny like river here to be controlled by Sirius? No.
That shouldn't that be the inlet for the mountain
Yeah.
kings or the iron kings?
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna draw a line over here.
I thought I was gonna be able to build several taverns, but I realized I get so distracted, so I'm not even building on this tavern. I should. And this tavern is supposed to have like 3 buildings. Oh no, Reckless, get out of the chat! Get out of the chat, Reckless!
But the good news is that here in the studio, we will be replacing all of our K-cups with the knockoff brand version, which is the
What is
JK.
happening now?
I think one of our streaming friends joined the voice chat for some reason, so just get gently
Berg. Wait,
deafened
wait.
and muted.
He jumped out. Well, it was nice, Berg, to have you there. I don't know what you were listening to, but at first I was like, is Jenna in the chat? Because it sounded like Jenna a little bit, and I was like, what is Jenna doing? But it wasn't Jenna, it was Berg.
He's just keeping us company.
Well, I like when he keeps us company. It's nice. He was also with us yesterday in the amusement park. It was fun.
Yeah. Good yeah. Why am I not listening to any music? I'm on Talespire and they have the most amazing atmospheric music. Let's go for something.
I don't have that music on, so people don't hear the music because I don't have Talespire.
You don't? Well, just put the music on. Stream.
I will start. No, I will start. I have to start Talespire for it. Oh, you can start.
Yeah. You. If I start music and I'm streaming Talespire to you, you should be able to hear the music.
Yeah. Look at that. Otherwise, I would maybe have to. Yeah, stream volume.
Balador.
I did just. Yeah. You.
There we go. Let's hope that the music starts.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, Brian or Burke was with us yesterday as well.
Yeah.
By the way, should Farkas Farkas have like their own part of the water? No, they should only own the land.
Yeah.
Should the whole kinda half island thingy be owned by Farkas? Should that be the whole city? Should the whole city be Farkas?
Like the city should be Farkas, but the city-state should also be Farkas. So basically, they own the whole island, but the city is the thing. It will be like New Providence Island, that everyone just calls Nassau. Because Nassau is where the pirates are.
This music is amazing. People like, what do you guys do? Well, we are.
What do you guys do?
We're
with your
drawing
life?
borders.
Drawing borders, and I'm building a tavern called the Golden Banner. Maybe I should tell the tale of the Golden Banner, because that will be the next episode's snack break recap. Like next week, the snack break recap is gonna bring us to this fantastic Golden Banner place.
I don't even
could give it a-
remember the Golden Banner.
You were sitting in a shit house around here, discussing how to break into a building that was over here, where there was going to be a trade of the magical sword of King Axel Ohm in exchange for some money and information about the collector. You were meeting up with the collector's right-hand man, known as Helmut Dinkel. Ah! The more you know.
I did.
So yes, maybe that's secure in containers though.
Okay.
Do that. So if I put furniture here, I can basically make like a couch.
Is the resolution this bad or is it just... Ah, this is
Why did you bend? So what should we call that little isthmus thingy that we, or the protrusion? What do you call it? I keep saying isthmus, but that's a land bridge.
That's...
Isthmus. What do we call halvö in English?
I have no idea. I will Google.
I think archipelago, but that's like skärgård.
Yeah. Peninsula.
Peninsula. That's the word. Peninsula. That's what word I was looking for. What should we name the peninsula?
Okay. We could just name it Farkas, and the whole peninsula is a city.
That's a very big city, though.
I know.
I think, yeah. I was talking about the small codpiece peninsula.
Oh, okay.
And what we should call that?
The
Because I
Nicol-
think we
the
should
Nicol-
call the whole large peninsula is Farkas, but the city is also called Farkas.
Yeah, okay.
Like Stillwater, the country is called Stillwater, but the capital is also Stillwater. So it's the Kingdom of Stillwater, and then there's
the
Stillwater.
Kingdom of Stillwater is not very creative, apparently. That is us.
No, they're not very creative.
That is
people.
us.
Yeah,
We have to blame
we're very
ourselves.
creative,
We have
but
to
we
blame
created an uncreative country. That's
That have to be like the epiphany of creative. I mean,
yes, we're so goddamn creative. Yes.
We're so creative. It's not even creative. Love it. Okay, I am removing borders. I am totally removing borders.
I didn't tell what
I am
this
a
is.
little bit sad that we are not going to any kind of medieval happenings this year.
Yeah, I was talking to Nova yesterday, and she's going. Makes me
know.
sad that people are actually going to Medieval Week this year, and we're not.
We're not. We usually go to Medieval Week and do fire shows and
Yeah.
and fire.
But this year it won't make sense for us to go because we can't really have a
No.
big enough audience for it to make sense.
Yeah.
So it would be a lot of money spent going there, and then I got a job that offered me better pay if I stay.
They offered you money. So
They offered me money.
and they were
So
like,
it was lose money and have a really good time, or make money and keep doing what I'm doing now. Basically.
basically.
Yes. Right. I'm not getting nearly enough done here, but who cares? At least we're getting something done. And I
Well,
can
I
talk
am
about
building far. Do we want to? Okay, so right now it's gonna be okay. This part is gonna join here. Did it go too far up? Should I do Farkas more like down here?
I guess it should be, it could be in the by the cod piece actually. By the little, because it should be in the center of the lake, like close to where all the, or are you thinking about the border?
I'm thinking about the border.
Oh, okay. You think about
Should
the
they
border.
have it? Should it be like a very? But it should be more like round, circular. I think maybe the border should be down here, so they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tiny inward nipple is gonna be the. Also, it's a great idea if we are ever gonna actually try to build this place for real. To make it round. It's so much easier to do
Yeah.
cities if they're round. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. This music is so good.
Oh, that's a low railing. Maybe raise it a bit? Maybe?
Okay, so this is how it looks right now.
I can't see anything.
Well,
There we go. Okay. Nice. Looks like a tiny France.
Yeah! Kind of.
Maybe the Farkas are the ones who speak with a silly accent.
Yeah, maybe. So this lake belongs to Sirius, and this tiny part belongs to maybe the Iron Kingdom. If that's what we will
Yeah.
name them.
The realm of the Iron Kings, perhaps. I don't know. It's to be decided. Maybe someone will become a patron, and we can like be inspired by what their name is or the character they create for this world. And we'll be like, yeah, you'll be the one living in this kingdom, and we're gonna name it after the inspiration you gave us. Maybe.
Maybe.
Shameless plug for our patron.
Shameless preference.
Yeah, go to our Patreon, subscribe, become for $1.
Yeah.
Just $1. You can inspire us to greatness.
Yeah, we do like
$1.
$1.
$1 foot long.
Peninsula.
Yeah. We're learning words as we go along.
Yeah. Okay. Farkas. Okay, how are we doing? Farkas is good. I am liking.
Farkas is fuck. No, what?
Farkas is amazing. I like Farkas.
Yeah.
It's a city-state that is bigger than a city, but it's a city-state.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting. So there is 3 countries that want to use their like borders. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. It's somewhat I'm thinking like, oh, a little bit like Tortuga, but at the same time I'm like, no, because it's not pirates. It's more gonna be like what do you call it? Like a free city for like every type of people to live in.
Yeah. An anarchy.
No, maybe not that.
Anarchy.
Yeah, how is the city ruling so far, Gus?
Syndicalistic, maybe? I don't know. I can't get my baguette to stay on the table. There we go.
Democracy is dead.
Well, if let's see, we have Sirius, which is an old empire, but it's now a kingdom.
Yeah.
We have a queendom, which is Stillwater, and then we have sort of a mercantilism society from the Iron King. So it should be influenced by the culture around it. But then again, we also have a lot of families, both in Sirius and in Stillwater, that sort of rule their own. We have knights and we have sort of jarls that rule their own sort of municipalities. So Farkas could have been an old municipality that just didn't swear allegiance to the Stillwater Queen, for example. So it could be sort of a city-state that is ruled by a jarl or by a sort of a very wealthy merchant. So like the old jarl. He used to be a jarl, or his family used to be jarls, and now they're not part of Stillwater anymore. So they have lost their title, but they still have the power. They still own their land. So it's a landowner. And then maybe they have sort of like, what do you call it? A council. Ruled by a council. It's a democracy. It's an aristocratic.
So where I began.
Senate.
It's a democracy.
Yes, but also like sort of like Rome was a democracy for a time.
I am gonna Google.
It's a republic.
Rulings.
It's a republic.
But in a republic, you choose your leader.
Yeah. In a republic, you choose like you have several, or you have a senate. You can just have a senate that rules everything, and then maybe we have the old jarl that owns the place, but he has been stabbed to death by his best friend Brutus. I
have Googled now.
Yes.
Basic types of government. Okay.
Yes.
We have auto.
This became a lesson.
Yeah. Well, it's important in a world building. You have to know what kind.
But it's not an authoritarian government.
Okay, so I need an authoritarian regime. The government has total control. Is that like a dictatorship? No.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a fancy name for dictatorship. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's the category which dictatorship falls within. You
can have an
authoritarian regime without having a dictator. You can have sort of like an oligarchy, or you can have just have a fascist government that controls.
Okay,
you.
So, they have examples here. So they say
yeah.
They might still hold elections and have branches of government, but only a small group holds the power, not the people. A good worldly example of an authoritarian government is Cuba.
Yeah.
For example. And then we had democracy, that I hope a lot of people know what is it. But I'm gonna read it out anyway, because we are doing this as a lesson.
Yes, this is a very, very educational stream, because educational content goes well on YouTube, and we'll do anything for the algorithm.
So, democracy. Another big government type is democracy, which is an example of limited government. In direct contrast to an authoritarian government, a democracy exists when the people holds the power. Different types of democracy include direct and representative. If you are ever wondering about the United States government time, democracy is your answer. But they are not the only example of democracy in the world. Canada, Sweden, and Colombia are a few other examples. And
but those are the only other examples of democracy.
No, a few other.
There are no others. Canada, Sweden.
People don't maybe know, but they can probably hear it on our dialect when we speak English. We are from Sweden. We are from Sweden, but we try not to speak English too much for your poor ears. Then we have monarchy, which Sweden was.
Yeah.
A monarchy isn't as common as democracy, but you still hear about them. In a monarchy, one family rules the roost, so to speak, and their title is passed down through generations. However, much like democracy, who is in charge isn't totally cut and dry. In an absolute monarchy, the king or ruler is in control of all the government. The more common constitutional monarchy has a royal family, but they serve mostly as ceremonial figure. As an example, think of the United Kingdom and Queen Elizabeth. She is the queen, but the parliament has most government control. Well, a lot of people know about that. It could be a constitutional monarchy, Farkas.
So like but it's too small to be to have been a kingdom.
Well, have you seen a Princess
It
Diary?
could've-
Have you
but,
seen Geneva?
yeah.
Geneva is tiny.
Yeah, but Geneva is part of Switzerland.
Well, this movie, I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway.
I am continue. Okay, so we are skipping monarchy. Fine.
But we could skip. We could have a constitutional monarchy or a constitutional jarldom, so to speak.
Yeah.
So they still have a jarl, but he doesn't have the power. We still have a sort of.
It could also be
Council.
like a king that it could be like this also. If you want a constitutional monarchy, it could be like it's a second son or third daughter or whatever of a royal family of Kingdom and of Stillwater and Sirius. Like it's a child from those two. Like it's the royal family, the second son of the royal family of Sirius and the third daughter of the Stillwater Queendom. They married and got children, and they in return.
Those children became water pirates, lake pirates.
Well, they could maybe own the land of Farkas and in their own turn make a constitutional monarchy. It's not impossible. But yeah, maybe it's too complex. I don't know.
Some people like complex.
Well, people like complex. Complex is fun. Complex, you can create a lot of weird shit in. I am trying.
But talking of why I said lake pirates, it's a fun thing if you don't speak Swedish, like the word pirate or sea dog. We say sjörövare, which translates to lake bandit,
Yeah.
basically.
Pirates is
So-
lake bandits in Swedish.
Lake bandits,
Yeah.
which sounds like an awesome band name. By the way. We are the Lake Bandits.
We are.
And they just play this hard rock sea shanty style. Yeah.
Okay, I am continuing down this list now. The next one is oligarchy.
Oligarchy.
Oligarchy. Well,
Yeah.
we are learning words today.
Words.
Oligarchy. Do you see that?
Oligarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. Similar to monarchy, an oligarchy places power in a few people. However, titles aren't passed down through the family or even from one person. Instead, it could be a group of people, such as the country's wealthy. Powers might be passed down from one family to another, but it's nothing to do with bloodlines. Example through history include China and Soviet Union. Interesting concept. If we see Farkas as a trading city, like they do smuggles and stuff, then an oligarchy could actually work because
They do the snuggles and stuff.
they can snuggle and stuff, and everybody knows that people that are good at snuggling are also very wealthy, so they could be in control. I kind of like that idea though.
Yeah.
It's in my opinion so far the best one.
Yeah, but that goes back to we could have the Council of Farkas. They are the ruling.
Yeah, they are the wealthiest ones.
I'm sold on this council idea now because
Yeah.
I'm starting to get ideas in my head.
with different council.
Keep going.
Yeah, okay, so the next one is
Totalitarian.
totalitarian. Thank you, totalitarian. When you think of a totalitarian government, it takes absolute power to the extreme. These leaders control not only the government, but the personal lives of their people. Oh, is that like North Korea? Citizens have no say in government, and the totalitarian regime is 100% in charge. This type of government is forceful and extreme. Remember Hitler and the Nazi Germany? That was a totalitarianism at play. Isn't that like North Korea? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you could say they're totalitarian because they do control everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do. Okay, then we have those that are in play in the world right now. Oh, the basic ones. Then we have types of government found around the world and in history. And then we have anarchy. It says here, anarchy isn't a type of government, it's actually the absence of one. In an anarchy society, a central government body doesn't exist. Many times, anarchy will take a center stage when a government collapses. A few historic examples include Albania in 1997 and Germany after the First World War.
Can I try to guess some of the other ones then? Or you can finish this one, of course.
Okay, anarchy is done, so you can...
Yeah. Do we have theocracy anywhere?
I'm scrolling down. Yeah, theocracy
I think
we have. I am reading that one now. Types of governments are about who rules. In theocracy, the ruler is God or a deity. The creation of laws comes from religious texts, scriptures, and spiritual leaders. A theocracy also mixes with one type of government. For example, Iran is an Islamic democracy, and the Vatican government is dictated by the Christian religion and Pope. Okay, so the Vatican is a theocracy.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. Okay, do you want to guess another one?
What have we had? Maybe there could be... Oh, so how many are left?
Okay, so we have in this...
like a chiefdom or a tribal?
Yeah, well, in this one we have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's 5 in this category, and then we come to another category we can take later.
Okay.
But you should.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my days playing Civilization. It's like
But you said tribalism is one here.
Tribalism, yeah.
Indigenous. Gosh, these words. Why can't they have?
Indigenous people.
Indigenous tribes around the globe use a form of government called tribalism. In this form of government, you follow the dictates and rules of your tribe, which is made of specific people, groups, or those with the same ideals. There can be a council of elders making decisions, but not always. Each tribe's makeup is unique. While tribalism is becoming less and less common, tribes in Africa still use this form of government. Okay. Some tribes in Africa, I would say. All of them, I guess. I don't know, I'm not that good with tribes. But, okay, so interesting. I'm thinking about, have you seen Divergent?
I have not seen or read any of those books
okay,
and film.
Okay, I'm skipping that then. Okay, can you...
Was that one of the categories?
Divergent? No, it's not. The ruling in Divergent is interesting because they have divided the people into 4 categories. So they have like the politicians, the academic, the police ones, the daring ones, and the nature ones. And people in a specific age do a test to see what kind of personality they are, and they have to move to that area and live there.
You said academic, so we should have an academic one there on the list, probably. Like, what do they call that? It's not a technocracy. It's what do you call it when the wise, like we have the?
I'm thinking because we have here aristocracy.
Aristocracy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where it's ruled by the politicians. Or aristocracy?
No, that's actually okay. So it said to remember aristocracy, think aristocrat. In an aristocracy, the wealthy or noble holds the power.
Oh yeah.
These privileged few leaders make the ruling class or elite. Historically, ancient Greece had an aristocratic government. A modern example is the royal family in the UK, and some aspect the Kennedys in the United States. Okay, so this is kind of almost like the oligarchy.
Yeah, it's like oligarchy.
But the oligarchy has nothing to do with bloodlines and nobility. It's only to do with money. So here's the one things. Okay. Then we have 1, 2, 3.
Was technocracy left on that one? I don't think
No,
that.
I don't even know.
That would be on the next list, maybe.
It's not even here, actually.
Oh no. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a dream.
Okay.
It's a theory.
It's a theory. Is it ruled by computers?
They're ruled by those who control the technology, I guess.
Okay.
Technocracy. Anyway.
Okay, so we have dictatorship. Typically, a dictatorship goes hand in hand with
authoritarian.
I hate these words. And totalitarian government. In this government form, a dictator rules, and they typically assert the authority using military power, which is called a military dictatorship. There have been many dictatorships throughout the history. Famous examples include Joseph Stalin's rule of the Soviet Union and some Hussein. Alright. North Korea falls into this list as well. Yeah. Okay. Then we have federalism. Federalism is all about dividing power. Not only does the government have central power, but local states and regions also have their own specific power. For example, in the US, the federal government is the central power, but the individual states all have their own regional and state governing laws. This means state laws might be different in California than there are in Tennessee.
Which makes it very, very... makes America very slow to enact sort of social justice laws like...
Yeah.
It's okay being gay.
Yeah.
And okay to marry a gay have gay marriage
So
legalized.
it's like, 4 states did it now. Yeah! Like the rest of the, what is it, 48 states.
Yeah, we don't have to. And then Obama comes and says, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And then there's like, but what about federalism? Hello, we're land of the free. And then
I want a gun. Okay. So.
Let's not let's not hate on our viewers, because a lot of our viewers, at least the viewers of our shorts that we've been uploading, have been from the United States.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We
And
love you.
I mean, yeah, we love you. We'll do anything for the algorithm.
We are such a whore.
Oh.
Okay, I love you.
No, but you should never hate anyone,
No.
especially not because of who they love.
No. And
Or
that
where they're
includes
from.
the gun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't use. The gun loves you.
The gun loves you. Okay, so we have the next one. Republicanism. Some of these words is easier. Some of them are very. Many times you see republic of this or republic of that. When something is a true republic, as in republicanism, it means the citizens have the power. They have the voting power and the power to make changes in the government. Now, republicanism can get quite confusing because it typically goes hand in hand with federalism and theocracy. Example includes France and India.
India.
Okay, so the world can, the people can vote and decide who's the leader, but also it could be Buddha. So that is confusing. I missed. Or like.
Wait, what? Did you just say that Buddha is the leader of India?
No. But I'm thinking like if you choose a deity to be the leader and you follow the scripts, but at the same time you let the people choose. So it's like we choose.
They
Buddha.
chose Buddha.
We choose Buddha. So can you choose
like,
different deities? Like, we don't want to follow Buddha anymore. We want to follow
no,
Ganesh.
Buddha, only Buddha.
Or
No, only Buddha.
Or
Only the Buddha.
Odin. Like, we want to follow Odin.
Oh, can we please follow Odin?
I don't know if that is such a good idea. I have read the stories they do. They are not always the cleverest one. I'm just pointing. They make shady decisions sometimes.
Yes.
Like,
I mean-
let's tie up a gigantic wolf that will eat our moon.
Yeah,
So
we
let's-
can definitely tie it up.
So tie it
Let's
up.
make it angry.
Yeah, aggravate it even more. That is a great idea. No, it's not a great idea. Become friend with
Not
it.
a great idea, Odin. Don't do it, Odin.
Odin did. He even sacrificed to his hand for it. It's like,
Poor T.
poor dude. And he even liked the poor wolf. Okay, tribalism have we gone by. Okay, so the next category, we have the last category here. It's the economically driven types of government. So, tell me one.
An economically driven
Government.
type of government.
Yeah.
Tell you what, could that be mercantilism? I have no idea.
Capitalism?
Struggling with
For example.
capitalism. Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we're going into those.
Well, capitalism is actually a time of economy. Many times it works to drive a government and political power. In capitalism, the government doesn't run the economy. Instead, private ownership, corporation, and business do. While in the US is a mixed economy, many could consider it capitalistic. Other example includes Switzerland and Hong Kong. I'll start to scroll with my
So
phone.
then we come into like socialism and capitalism and things like that. now,
Yeah,
right?
so now we have communism, for example. When it comes to what type of government China has, most people might think of communism. Actually, China is probably one of the most famous historical examples of a communist government. However, in modern China, the answer isn't as simple as that. So what is communism? A theory created by Karl Marx, Marxism also. Communism is where everything is publicly owned rather than privately like in capitalism. It's an attempt to create a classless society, but it typically happens through a violent revolution. Yeah, we've seen that. Beyond China, communist examples include Vietnam and Laos. And then we have socialists. Socialists and communists form from the same ideals of Karl Marx for utopian classless society. However, while communism uses violence to achieve its aims, socialism places emphasis on making small changes through reforms and laws. Additionally, communism doesn't have a private property, while in socialism you can own property, but industry is regulated by the government. Socialist example found around the world includes Allegra and Tanzania.
Yeah. So that's where I need to move.
This is kind of interesting, not interesting, but it's kind of funny end note here. Governments are like flavors of ice cream. Sometimes more is just better. For example, United States is a federal republic with a democratic government style and capitalistic economy. See how that can quickly get confusing. Yeah, don't mix
Really?
ice cream.
And those words will get to end our stream today.
True.
I hope you learned something.
Well, we did learn a lot, and we can
did.
decide on focus soon, I guess. But I am kind of going for the. I am voting for the oligarch. If I can't pronounce it, I am voting for it. I will come back.
Oligarchy.
To oligarchy.
Yeah, well,
thank you.
yeah, exactly. Like an aristocratic,
it's
oligarchic, anarchistic.
It's because it's an R, C, H, and Y, and for me it's like archery. So I want to go like a sound, but it's more like an
Archy.
archy. Yeah, it's
Very
hard.
snarky.
It's very snarky. It's like oligarchy. It's like
Snarky.
it sounds something like an elephant would be named.
So, are we settling on an oligarchic aristocracy with sort of what do we call it? Like sort of a little bit of the monarchy undertone there.
Like the
Jarldom.
what do you call it? A constitutional monarchy. Can you call it a constitutional oligarchy, but that's also a problem because in oligarchy there is it's the richest that decides. It's more like a communist, not a capitalistic oligarchy. So it's like the economy.
The capitalistic, oligarchic, aristocratic, former monarchy.
Yeah, it's kind of doing that in forecast. It's gonna be confusing, and people are gonna be very confused being there. But at the same time, it's gonna be like.
And most of the people that live in the city of Farkas are gonna be anarchists anyway, so...
They're gonna be like the French people. It's gonna be, we have rules, but we do whatever we want anyway. Yes, okay.
Yes. And then someone comes and burns it down.
Yeah. But also I'm thinking like, it should be a combination of a lot of cultures. I don't know a great city right now that has like great mix of culture. Do we have any city?
Clear, you've never been to Singapore. I don't know.
Singapore, no. But I mean like that. A city where you can like on one street you have like it's like redwood all over, and then you just turn left and go to the next street, and apparently you're like in the dwarven districts, and it's like it's stones everywhere and gems and.
Like when you're in Copenhagen, then you walk into to Christiania. And all of a sudden, you're in another country, literally and figuratively. Like, where did Copenhagen go?
Where did Copenhagen? Yeah, kind of like that. I want the city of Farkas to be like that. It's gonna be.
It's gonna have like a little China district, but it's not gonna be a China district. It's gonna be a Stillwater district, and then we have the little Sirius district, and then we have the floating market, and then we have the Iron King city, and then we have the Dwarven quarter, and then,
it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be glorious. So I am saving this map. I have been this is what I've been doing. I've just redrawn some borders. I decided this is a nipple. Oh, okay.
I did not finish any taverns today.
No, and we need a tavern for the nipple part here.
The nipple part tavern.
So people, if you listen to this and like, what should we call the nipple part? Write an idea. We will try to make it.
Is it the Admiral's codpiece? Is it the Witch's boot? Is it the Queen's bonnet? Or is it the
Ixna's booty?
The Farkas Ixna's booty? Or the horn of Ixna? Maybe who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Maybe it's Cape
Cod.
Cape Cod. No, that's a real place. Come on, Cape.
My bad. Well, it sounded good. Apparently, somebody.
Cape Corn.
Cape
instead
Corning.
of Cape Horn or Cape Corn.
Cape Corning. Yeah. That is amazing. Okay, so that is the end of today's streams. Love you guys. Next week, I think we're doing
another role-playing adventure. Yeah. Hopefully, we get to Red Mountain this time.
Yeah, we have a lot to unravel before we continue.
Yeah,
all the dead bodies and
what happened?
Yeah, we all blame it on Berg, so that we all know we should blame it on Berg.
Our lovely button mashing player Brian.
Yeah, he is great at testing stuff because he will just go.
And that's essentially what we're doing. We're trying out the engines. We're trying out the world. So yeah, we have you who try to cheese everything by finding ways to work around stuff and not having to do the hard work. And then we have Brian who just button mashes and smashes everything to see what happens.
Yeah, and then we have the players that try to actually play the game.
We have Stian who tries to min-max and be the best at everything.
Yeah.
And then we have the role players.
There's like really going into characters and we're like, fun.
But I love all of you.
Yeah.
It makes such a fun game.
Anyway,
so
I will do.
If you're wondering what I'm laughing about, check it out.
Yeah, and I am doing some shameless commercial. If you are interested in what we're doing, if you want to maybe have a tavern named after your idea, you should become a patron. You will find Patreon in our describe down below.
You can become a tavern owner.
Yeah, maybe you become a tavern owner. And if you become that, if you become a patron, you will be able to create your own character in this world, and we will put that character in this world for reals. It's amazing. Or for reals, it's down here in this world. Maybe you own a part in Farkas. Maybe you're rich and live in Farkas, and is one of the oligarchy owner, capitalist dictator. I don't know.
Exactly. We need a lot of rich people living in Farkas now.
Yeah, we do. So funny. So that's it. I'm just gonna say we love you guys. It's amazing to be able to do this, and see you next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. See you next Wednesday. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. It takes you half a second to do those two things, and it helps out immensely. We're getting close to our goal of 100 subscribers, and we are gonna have a great giveaway once we reach 100 subscribers. So you'll be one 100 who can get that giveaway if you subscribe now.
Amazing.
So do it.
So do that. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.